Hi everybody. I just finished making this week's schedule, and as I did that, I realized we're about halfway through summer camp. Thank you for a wonderful first half. But there are a couple of things I wanted to bring up, and I was going to send a giant text about it, but I didn't want it to get chopped up on anybody's phone or be hard to read, so I'm just making one of these videos, hopefully to address anything pretty quickly. So whether you're in next week or on vacation next week, please try and watch this video all the way through before you come in, whenever you're supposed to come in, because these things are going to be relevant for the next couple of weeks of summer camp. First thing, Friday afternoon was pretty much a mess. First big issue was that Rupert came up to Robert and I and said that he was starting to feel unsafe because he felt like one of the bigger kids was going to hurt him. Bigger kids being Tyler, Sophie, Justice, that whole group. So first thing I did was called Sophie over to see what was going on. She literally had no idea. Tyler claimed he had no idea, but said that he had noticed Justice getting really annoyed with Rupert sometimes and kind of like yelling at him, kind of when it was inappropriate. But that whole day I did notice Rupert acting very strange, and I tried to talk to him a few times, but he just wanted to blow it off. And I've never seen him act kind of as, I guess, retreated as he was acting all Friday, so please just keep an eye out for how he's interacting with this group. I want our camp to have a zero tolerance policy for bullying, and I feel like zero tolerance policy isn't always looked at in the best light, but I want the kids to feel comfortable enough to come up to any one of us and say, somebody's been bothering me, and I want it to be fixed because I want to continue coming here and have a good time, and I don't want this person to hurt me or hurt somebody else. Second thing on Friday, second big thing on Friday was that I noticed, and it's been happening for a while, we all know Elena's gotten difficult over the past couple days, weeks. So when we as a staff are dealing with her, I want us all, including myself, because I've been getting very frustrated with Elena, because I know she knows how to behave. She's a very good girl. She's just got a lot going on, and it's kind of coming out in inappropriate ways. We all need to have more patience with her. That being said, because the children see how we react to other kids, and they copy that. So when they see us demonstrating frustration with Elena, now she's always getting in trouble, she's always not listening, they do the same thing when she starts to bother them. And I know that she unfortunately bothers a lot of them. That was brought up during, like, we had a big talk at the end of the day on Friday. We all know she touches everybody, she hangs on everybody, she clings to boys, she isn't very aware of her body, so if she's walking over somebody, she's probably going to step on them, accidentally knock into somebody, knock something over. We are all aware she doesn't have impulse control, but the kids don't truly understand that. They just know that they're being bothered. So I don't want it to become the entire camp basically against Elena. So if we all, Shaibi talked to everybody about Elena, as well as I did, but like I said, I don't want it to be all of the kids against her, basically. So no one has to say anything direct, but if you notice that someone's getting really annoyed at Elena, redirect them and redirect her as best as you possibly can. Trust me, I know she's gotten to be a lot. I don't remember her last year being this I don't want to say disrespectful because I don't know if that's exactly where this is coming from, but she's just not listening. Like, flat out, if you say, come here, she won't. If you say, please go sit down, she won't until it's almost like a last resort, you know? So I know it's a lot, but we all just have to be as patient as possible with her. That being said, my next point is that we all have to be as patient as possible with everybody and with each other. I know the kids are a lot, but we create the atmosphere in the room. So if the kids notice that we're annoyed with how they were acting on the bus, or maybe one specific kid that won't stop throwing something or doing something, they see that, they emulate it, they copy it, they basically what I'm trying to say is that we're the role models there, and if we want the kids to start acting a certain way, being patient, being kind, being loving, we have to just demonstrate that first. Not only with Elena, but with everybody and with each other. Because I know, trust me, I understand we're not here for the money, we're here for the kids, and we're here to have a fun summer with the kids, not constantly be yelling and being miserable. Another one thing that I was going to talk about was, oh, with that, we're taking care of kids, but please take care of yourself while you're taking care of the kids. And I'm saying that because I know we don't have scheduled breaks, but if you need one, say, I need to get out of this room. Coordinate with the people in there so that way everyone maybe gets like a 20-minute break to eat, to just get out of the room, to get a breather, whatever. Because I know the kids are a lot and they take a lot out of you. Make sure that you are the best version of yourself at all times in that room, whether you need to get out for a little bit, whether you just need to get away for a little bit, whatever. I think there was something else I wanted to add with that, and it was, oh, if you're dealing with somebody, with one of the kids, and they're getting on your last nerve, don't be afraid to turn around to somebody and be like, can you please step in, or I'm going to start like screaming. Or if you notice that someone's on their last leg with a kid, don't be afraid to step in. Nobody's stepping on each other's toes, but it redirects you and it redirects the kid, and it just eases the situation down so nicely. I noticed the other day, Madison, you did it with me and Gavin really well, because I think I was asking Gavin to either move or stop doing, I don't remember exactly what it was, but I was getting really frustrated with Gavin. Madison directed him so easily and so quickly by just saying, hey, can you go put this book away? And that was it. That was the end of the situation. It was wonderful. Madison, you're great. Thank you so much. And we all need to do that collectively. I know the other day, I think Gavin was giving Bree a really hard time, so I stepped in. But she also wasn't afraid to turn around and just be like, hey, look, can somebody talk to him, please? We all need to do that for each other, because I know some days we're all going to be on our last legs, but we all need to work as a team and just work together, which, thank you guys. I know you all really work with me, and I do my best to work with you. So I feel like, honestly, we've been doing a great job. On top of that, the only thing that I want to say about something that we as a staff can do better, besides the patient thing, is just keeping phones in pockets. Unfortunately, we did have a complaint. It was already dealt with, but we had a complaint from Oakcrest about I don't remember the exact wording of it, but it was basically that the phone was the problem. Like I said, that situation was already dealt with, but it can be easily avoided by keeping it in your pocket until electronic time. That's also our electronic time, and until we're on the bus, because once we're on the bus, the kids are in one seat. Pull out your phone, go on Facebook, Instagram, text somebody, call somebody for a few minutes. Perfectly fine on the bus. Get your space, get your break in while you can. And the last thing that I just wanted to bring up was that during reading time and silent time, that should also be our reading time and our silent time, not necessarily our break time. And I say that because I love seeing everybody get along and everybody having fun with each other and everybody enjoying the space that they're in and not feeling miserable at work. But if we're playing card games and joking around and talking to each other and yelling at the kids when they're talking, when they're supposed to be reading a book and not playing games, it kind of negates itself. So I'm going to just repeat what I did in the first video that I made. Please bring your own book. If you don't want to read, just watch the kids, walk around and pick stuff up. That's what I've been doing the past couple times I'm in the room during silent time or reading time. There's always stuff out of place, and I've only been doing this for 2 years, but I've learned that if you're not doing something, you're probably doing something wrong, because there's always something that needs to be done. And that's not saying anything to anybody, that's just from my personal experience. I feel like if I'm not always doing something, I'm missing something, if that makes sense. So during silent time, walk around, pick garbage up, wipe the tables down, since we probably just got done with lunch. Organize stuff in the art area. Move some of the chairs out of the way. Do whatever. I know our teacher's desk is always a mess because there's like, how many of this are there? There's like 12 of us in this really small space for all of our stuff to go, and the kids are always giving us stuff. Just, be walking around, always have something to do. But that's it. I hope you have a wonderful last half of summer camp. If I don't get a chance to talk to everybody all at once, thank you guys for all that you do. I'm so genuinely honest about that, because I know I would not be able to do this without all of you guys, especially Madison. Thank you so much for being everywhere at once while I'm being everywhere else at once. And Rhea, Sarah, Bree, Rob, Summer, Cass, Emily, Carolyn, and Asna when she's there too. Thank you, everybody. But yeah, I'm going to send this out and then expect your schedules right away. So if you already know your schedule for the week after, send it to me ASAP, please. And I'm saying that because last week when I was first making that first schedule, someone sent me their schedule after I made the schedule, so I was about to send it out, but then that person wouldn't have been included because they sent it so late. So just be mindful. If you know your schedule for the rest of the summer, just tell me now and I'll be fine with that. I think that's it. Yeah, if anybody has any questions about anything, if anybody wants more hours on a certain week, thinks that they haven't been getting enough hours, if anybody wants less hours because they think they've been getting too much, just let me know. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.